Volunteer organizations and church leaders come together to rebuild the town of Lahaina on the island of Maui after August's devastating wildfires.
A BYU student tells us what it was like to escape from Lahaina when the fire broke out.
Students are returning to school in Lahaina for the first time since the wildfire devastated their town. Welcome to this special edition of Universe Live. I'm Joshua Carr.
And I'm Yori Kennedy. It's Thursday, October 26th, 2023. Today we are taking an in-depth look at the devastating wildfire in Lahaina, Maui, the recovery efforts in the area, and how the people are affected are moving forward in healing. We have a crew of 6 people, including 4 students from our journalism program, who spent 5 days on the island working on a documentary about the fire. This is a look of Lahaina on the island of Maui from our drone. You can see one of the areas charred by the flames.
The Lahaina wildfire broke out on August 8th and ravaged the historic town. The blaze is the deadliest wildfire in the United States in more than a century. Officials say at least 99 people died and 6 people are still missing. On September 25th, residents were allowed to return to their neighborhoods to search what remained.
It has been almost 10 weeks since the flames ripped through West Maui, and within the past week, the area reopened for tourism.
That's where we find Universe Live reporter Trevor Myers, joining us from Lahaina this afternoon. Trevor, what time is it there?
Well, right now it's a little after 8 a.m. here on Maui. As you can see behind me, there's a field of burned cars and a couple singed trees in the background. Now, as we've been here over the past 5 days, we've seen burnt down neighborhoods, demolished businesses, and we've spoken with several people whose lives have been affected. Now, I'm here today with Ka'ipo, who was born and raised in Lahaina and who lost her family home. So Ka'ipo, talk to me about your experience with the fire and how that has affected your family.
Hi, aloha. So we have lost our family home. It's a multi-generational family home that we've had for over 50 years. It's actually in a neighborhood really close to where we're standing right now in an area called Wahikuli.
And how many people from your family have been affected after the fire?
So currently at the moment there are 29 of my family members who are currently displaced.
Can you talk to me a little bit about that and about your family?
So right now, currently, they're just kind of staggered throughout various locations throughout Lahaina and the west side, both in condos and hotels and some Airbnbs in the area. So it's very hard to have them kind of all just scattered throughout the west side.
And West Maui has recently reopened up to visitors. Can you talk to me a little bit about what visitors should know when they come here?
I think it's really important that we have economic rebuild. You know, Maui definitely needs to have that income coming into the island so that we can be sustainable here. Although, even though I'm very pro economic rebuild, definitely 100%, I just don't know, I just don't feel that Lahaina is in the right space right now to accommodate the kind of traffic that they think that's going to come into this area. Maui is definitely open. People come and visit our beautiful island, but I think as for Lahaina, I think it's really important that we let this area stay and heal through the process. There's a beautiful side on the south side in Kihei and Wailea, Haleakala, and the other sides of the beautiful sides of our island, Hana. But the west side, I really feel it's really important that they understand that this is almost like sacred ground for us who live here. And anybody who's been to Lahaina and loves this area will understand that, you know, that it's very, very special and that there's a lot of healing that needs to still take place in this area.
And then what are your hopes for the future of Lahaina?
I feel like Lahaina has, Lahaina for me, of course, is a very special place. My hope is for the people who live here. The people who have not only just been affected, but have given the life to Lahaina as it is today. I hope that they find the strength and the faith to rebuild, to give Lahaina back its life. I only want good things for this area. This is my home. It's always been. And I think that's what I hope for Lahaina. It's for the people to grow, be strengthened, have hope to endure whatever needs to come so that we can live here and raise our family multi-generational like we have for many years before.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so the people of Lahaina have told us that they are looking for hope and healing during this time. Reporting for Universe Live in Lahaina, Maui, I'm Trevor Myers. Back to you.
Thanks, Trevor.
The BYU Pacific Islanders Connect Club's mission is not only to support Polynesian students at BYU, but also to extend compassion to their fellow Polynesians affected by the devastating wildfire in Maui. Universe Live's Wanja Lee has reaction from club members.
Polynesian students here on campus tell me the devastating events in Maui have brought more attention to them as they work to strengthen their cultural identity and unity. The BYU Pacific Islanders Club is back on campus, hosting their get-togethers.
We want to bring awareness that there's career fairs that can help them bring like applications or resumes to, might as well get a job there if possible.
Club President Soana Lauluto says she was shocked and sad upon hearing about the Maui fire from a friend that's a local there. Lauluto's heart ached for the injured and those who could not escape the deadly flames. Hidman Sosi is the student relations director of the club. He is also a member of the performing group Living Legends. Sosi says his deep connection with Hawaiians through his involvement with Living Legends has created a more tender spot in his heart for those who are suffering in Maui.
What we did was we just tried to donate money.
Sosi says the club's donations could not reach Maui because of local government regulations. However, they knew their prayers would. Sosi and others prayed not just for those who were killed and affected by the fire, but also for the community members there who must endure the aftermath and rebuild their homes and their lives.
There is power that comes from knowing who you are.
The BYU Pacific Islanders Connect hopes that Polynesian students here on campus can embrace their cultures and use their unique perspectives to enrich the society as a whole. Wanja Lee, reporting for Universe Live.
Hundreds of families are in the process of trying to rebuild after losing their homes and cherished possessions in the Maui wildfires. Universe Live reporter Stacia O'Leary introduces us to one of those families who tragically lost their home. Stacia?
The Honda family was going about their typical daily routine, much like everybody else on the island. Then, the unexpected and unthinkable happened.
We didn't think we would have to evacuate, and when they came around, we took whatever we could with the short time we had, which wasn't much. Loaded up our cars and drove off to the evacuation center.
Vance Honda helped his father build their family Lahaina home in the 1970s. It was the place where he brought his newborn children home from the hospital, where his family celebrated holidays, and where they made countless memories together.
Started to see more smoke in the afternoon and realized that it was a bunch of fires, a bunch of houses burning, and the neighborhoods next to us.
Vance's son, BYU student Bailey Honda, was at home with his parents when the wildfire ignited.
At that time, I still thought that we were going to be fine because it never reached our house before.
The fire indeed reached the Honda home, reducing it to ashes. Bailey, his father, and mother Kathy made it to safety, though they were not expecting to evacuate.
One thing that we've learned from this experience is that, don't take things for granted.
Kathy manages to find glimmers of light and goodness amid this personal tragedy.
Appreciate the simple things and be grateful. We're super grateful for the love and support that we have received from so many people.
The Honda family draws strength from one another. They have hope for a brighter future as they begin the process of finding a new home and rebuilding. The Honda family draws strength from one another. They have hope for a brighter future as they begin the process of finding a new home and rebuilding. Reporting for Universe Live, I'm Stacia O'Leary.
Thanks, Stacia. It's not just BYU students that have been affected by the fire. Students in Lahaina have all been affected by the blaze.
Universe Live reporter Alexa Elliott was just at the high school in Lahaina, which opened for the first time since the deadly wildfire hit. Alexa, how are students feeling?
Parents and students are feeling very excited about the return of school. Until today, students were attending classes either online or at alternative campuses. The elementary school was slated to also return to school today, but it was delayed until Wednesday. I'm with one of the parents of those students, who's also the bishop of the Lahaina 2nd Ward. Bishop Ma, what does the return of school mean for you and your children?
It's a great feeling to know that my children will return back to school here in Lahaina instead of going to Kihei. And also my daughter is so excited to be there with her classmates and her friends.
That's wonderful to hear. I know the Lahaina people have been through a lot. One thing that has been interesting as we've been here is that the churches, the 2 church buildings in Lahaina, have remained unscathed even though there's been burn areas all around them. What is the significance of that for you?
It's strengthening my faith in Jesus Christ. I know the Lord is watching over us and protect us, and also protect the 2 buildings here in Lahaina.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That is an incredible miracle. As we've been around the island, we've seen shirts, people wearing shirts that say Maui strong or Lahaina strong. What does that phrase mean to you?
To me, it's not only Lahaina, but it's the whole Maui come together and unity and stand together at this difficult time. It really means a lot to us as a community to come together as one.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Bishop Ma, and for meeting with us today. For residents in Lahaina, they are searching for hope and healing through their community. We, as a documentary crew with Universe Live, have been creating a documentary the past 5 days that will premiere in December. Reporting for Universe Live in Lahaina, Maui, I'm Alexa Elliott.
Thanks, Alexa.
Thanks for joining us today for this special edition of Universe Live.
Have a great day.